Okay, we're back at it, everyone. Once again, we have a new guest with us right now. Hello, Mio. How are you doing? For all of our viewers, you see this cutie pie. All of our listeners, you hear her. So we are here, and we're continuing with the makings of Memi. So, and we were just discussing about if you were rich, what would you do? What job would you like to have?
I would like to be a mother. Yeah, for sure. No matter how much money I have, no matter how wealthy I am, where I live,
Hey, y'all have see. I asked that question, and you got your answer. We got our answer in a whole different way right here, and it shows clear and concise.
being a mother is just amazing. It's like people.
The joy of children laughing around you. These are the makings of you. It is true, the makings of you.
What's happening with you, good people? It's your host, Mr. D, 713. Up, bring that back. It's your host, Drake, B Drake, with Everythang Culture. And we are back with another Makings of You. And tonight, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, we have the pleasure of having the a luxurious, the great, the grand, the sweet, the kind, the I would say, new mommy, still rolling. I mean, there's so many things I can say about this person since I met them. I absolutely appreciate their kindness and just open heart and transparency since I've met them. But Mammy, how you doing, Mammy?
How are you? Thanks for having me. Feel so honored to be
Uh,
here. New studio, fancy, everything.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for having me.
We're trying. And today, once again, we're just going to be having a few questions about you and get to know you a little bit more. Where you come from, your background, things, some questions. There's going to be a few questions. You know, feel free, feel comfortable, and yeah, we're getting rolling. So, starting off with the first question,
Okay.
Mammy, how would you define yourself?
I define myself as Japanese,
Mhm.
female.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
What cultures do you represent?
I do represent Japanese and sometimes Japanese.
And, okay, okay. So, where are you from?
Originally from Japan, born and raised there until I graduated high school. Came here, Washington, Seattle, Washington, for college.
Okay, okay. Do you mind sharing your age with us?
Yeah. I'm 26 years old.
26. Okay, sweet. Love it. Okay. What do you know your zodiac sign? What's your sign?
I honestly don't know the English name, but I was born in April.
In April.
April 27.
Where's April? I gotta look that up. Oh my goodness. So, what is the Japanese sign?
Japanese name
Mm-hmm.
for
For the zodiac?
it's called Oshiza.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. How would you define your childhood and upbringing?
And what was the second thing?
Your childhood and upbringing, like just
and
coming.
growing up.
Yes.
So I was abused by my father, but I have overcame with the experience, and I really appreciate my dad being there for my childhood the whole time and still there for me to this day. And also, I was very active. Like people get surprised when I say my favorite subject in school was PE.
What?
Like yes, I did a marathon. I was a cheerleader and all that stuff. So I just love being active. And I also studied like crazy, like 12 hours a day, my whole year. Student life, which I don't regret, but that was a rough time. But yeah, I did a lot of different things, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how was your education like coming up? What is that like? Because you went to high, and you was in Japan all through high school, then you transitioned into the states. I would say to the U.S. How was it in Japan? How was it, transitioning over?
It was very difficult, I guess. In Japan, I felt it was like it was more strict, I would say, and I thought like studying and like getting good grades in school is the only way to be, successful in life.
Hmm.
So I was, I guess, a little blind. I wasn't trying as many things as I wish right now, but I was just like studying, 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 and I finally got up to that was like, my dream to come to America and study.
Hmm.
I came here and then my English was not good enough to be in academic classes.
Hmm.
So I took like, 9 months of ESL and all that. And that was a great experience. But I understood that like the system here is like really up to myself. Like I can decide what I want to do, when I want to do, and stuff like that. But when I was in Japan, it was definitely like I felt the need to do it. It's just like it was so strict.
There was a lot more pressure
Yeah.
in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. All right. And I know you mentioned about your father.
Mm-hmm.
What were the roles of your parents? Like, what did they do in their careers and day to day lifestyle?
So my dad was working every day, just 9 to 5 job, and he was strict. I'm just gonna be very strict.
Okay.
Like if you don't put your shoes, straight in front of the door, yeah.
Mm.
You turn off the light with like, like kind of roughly instead of like, boom. If you do boom, that's the end.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It was very strict. But I mean, I understand that it's not that he wanted to give me, obviously, but I understand he was going through a lot of things and he probably most likely had very, very rough childhood,
Mm.
growing up poor, and stuff like that. And then I now, like, express my appreciation more, and he's a lot more kind now, and, I love him a lot. I don't, I don't hate him in any way just because, what he's done and stuff like that. But yeah, and then my mom, I love my mom a lot. I'm very close to her. I talk to her every day via phone or video call or something. And I have a lot of memories with her, just like cooking at home together, go on a trip. We even met in Hawaii. It was like a middle way from here to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my mom. I'm really close to her.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 4 siblings, including myself. I have 2 older sisters. One is 10 years older than me. Have 5 kids, 6 1 on its way.
Mm. Mm.
I have another sister that's 8 years older than me, and I have a brother who's 2 years older than me.
And
And I'm youngest one.
and you are the baby. Okay. Okay. Love it. Love it. Do you feel like the baby?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I depend on my siblings and my parents, my grandparents a lot.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh. Yeah.
So, where do you consider home?
Just like my parents' house. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the state for 7.5 years now, but yeah.
wow. Wow. When did you have your first sense of responsibility?
First, well,
Sense of responsibility. When did you feel like, okay, I'm responsible now? Like I'm in charge. I have to step my game up.
um, mm, maybe the first time was when I left, when I left Japan.
Hmm.
But I lived with my host family for a year or so. So after I moved into my own apartment close by school, that's probably when I was like, wow, I really need to do everything by myself. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, for everyone who's listening, we are tuning in with Meme with the makings of Memi. Memi. Thank you. Thank you. I've been working on it for years with Everythang culture. Thank you. Thank you. So, what was your first job?
My first job was a server in Japan. I got the job when I was in high school. I loved it. I had fun. Yeah.
What was the name of the place?
It's called Coco's. Actually, it's originally from California. Actually. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Shout out to Coco.
yeah.
Okay. Once again, this is not our branded episode as well. This is not a sponsored episode, but shout out to Coco. Much appreciation. Okay. So, what were and what are your beliefs?
Believe?
Yes. What do you believe in?
Like my religion and stuff.
Justin told.
That's a very interesting question. I do practice Buddhism, but in Japanese culture, there's so many different kinds of gods, and we also practice Buddhism at the same time too. So I do believe that when you do good things, you gain good merit, and then that's how I feel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who has been the biggest influence in your life?
Can I mention a couple people?
Absolutely. I'm for it. Yes.
Definitely my mom. I love cooking and baking. That's what I do. Whenever I have time, that's definitely influenced by my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my sister, my oldest sister, Lisa, is a huge influence. The reason I came to Washington is definitely because of her. She wanted to study in America too, but she couldn't do it. But she, provided a lot of resources for me.
On Friday.
And
Celebrate
Hold
the
on
start
one
of the
moment.
weekend with your Alexa routine. Hope you have a good one.
See, remember I told you, I was telling Summer the other day, when I am off, I have an alarm that cut it off, shut it down. So, because we're working from home, you got to know when, okay, work is done. Take care of family, take care of life. Sorry, but continue now. We were just.
I'm gonna have friends do that. I liked it.
We may leave this into the episode. We'll see. So, you were talking about your sister being an influence.
Yeah, so my sister, my oldest sister, Lisa, she understands the English too. Since she studied a lot of English stuff, and I always looked up to her, and she's always there for me, and then she always gave me the words that I need. Hard time, all stuff that I really appreciate her for sure, and also friends for sure. Ever since I met him, I think he opened up a lot of different doors for me. Showed me a lot of things that I never knew, and my life has changed 180 degrees for sure.
Oh wow! Shout out to Prince. Y'all know who Prince is. Previous guests. my brethren. So shout out, much love. Thank you. If you could recommend a book, a movie, and a television series, what would you recommend?
I don't really read in English.
What's in Japan? Japanese then?
The book I have recently purchased and I'm very impressed. It's called Bushido. There's English version of it too, actually, but it's basically how Japanese females have survived through hard times, and then just what's in our heart to
okay.
To lead happily. Just it really defines like who I am is really like original to my Japanese culture, like it's in my blood. And I was like, wow, I did not like take my time to learn my culture like that ever until, I'm already 26. But yeah, I was very, very impressed with that. It's called Bushido. Bushido.
Wow. Thank you, Memi. Oh, that's something I'm definitely going to check out. Okay. And it's never too late to learn about your culture,
Very true, very
Sure,
true.
I'm steady finding things out. So, and that's why we have everything culture. But okay. So, movie. What movie would you recommend?
Movie. That's a tough one because we don't really watch movies. But I do like Ghibli series by Hayao Miyazaki. He's pretty famous. I love all the series from him.
Wow. Okay, and lastly, television series.
Um, um, I'm not sure if I have.
If you don't have one, it's absolutely okay.
But check out them movies. Those movies are awesome.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back because we're halfway through the makings of Memi. Memi, okay. Good people, it's your host, Drake of Mr. D713 with Everythang Culture. Just letting you know, thank you. Thank you for listening to another episode of The Makings of You. We greatly appreciate your support. We look forward to more support in season 4. Make sure you check out www.everythangculture.com for our new merchandise, as well as check out all of our social media sites from Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and IG. We're all over. We greatly appreciate your support. All right, welcome back, beautiful people, to the Makings of Memi with Everythang Culture. So, what has been an impactful moment in your life?
Definitely giving birth.
Woo.
Yeah, definitely. It really gave me the opportunity to like believe in myself and appreciate the nature, and then just realizing how capable I am as a female, and then I was very, very, very happy that I have the privilege to give birth to my own daughter.
Oh, precious. So, when is your daughter's birthday?
Her birthday is January 25th, 2022.
Oh, okay, rolling up. All right, shout out to motherhood. Oh, we love it. Okay, so what is your theme song? Like when you're thinking about yourself, if you had to recommend a song that represents you, what song would that be?
It's a hard one too because I don't really listen to music.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's I don't really know because I realized like I've been practicing meditation and I'm not really good at multitasking. I realized that when I'm listening to music, I can't put 100% of my attention to what I'm doing. So I stopped listening to music like a year ago, and then like, ever since then it's like whenever I do things like play music, like kids music for a meal, maybe like once a week. I mean, Prince does listen to music, but no, it's music.
He is named after one of the greatest musicians that ever lived. But okay, that is the first time I've heard that. But thank you for sharing. Very unique.
I like if I were to go to kabuki theater, I would love to listen to music. I used to play shamisen, the traditional instrument and stuff like that. I used to play piano too. Like there's nothing wrong with listening to music, but I just don't have time to sit down and enjoy my music. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that instrument? What was that first instrument that you named?
So it's called shamisen. It's a 3-string instrument like a guitar.
Mm.
I only was able to take the lesson for 4 or 5 months, actually, maybe half a year or so. So I'm not super good at it, but it's 3 strings, but it's amazing how much like a different sound it can make, and there's like deeper sound ones to the higher ones, and the sounds is I really like it.
Okay. Okay. How do you define joy?
How do I define joy? Um, when I feel like my heart's beating, especially when I see my daughter smiles and yeah.
Oh, love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What makes you feel safe?
Um, making me feel safe is um when I'm at home, yes, but also when I'm with my husband.
Oh, shout out to your protectors. Okay. Thank you. When did you realize you were different?
Very young age. Uh, sometime in elementary school
Mm.
when um when I had my friends over, and then my dad was very mad. Was little abuse and stuff like that, but it was normal for me.
Mm.
And my friends were really surprised, and I was like, "Why is that not normal?" I was like, "You never call my name." That's when I was like, "Oh, that's really funny."
So your friends kind of acknowledge, hey, this is a little, this is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, like, as I grew up, especially when I was being a cheerleader, it's like all about being cute, whatever the society defines cute, And then it's probably very um interesting to hear for you, but my skin tone's not as light as a lot of majority of Japanese people.
Mm.
In like, I guess my face structure is not really like a typical Japanese, whatever. And that's when I was like, oh, like skin tone's different, my face structure's a little different. I was like, how can I fit in this? Because I thought that's what makes me feel like I'm involved, and I got friends and stuff like that. Going to the puberty and stuff like that.
Mm.
So that's definitely I was like, man, I have to like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because one, if we do later, like, so are you considered lighter or darker?
In Japan, definitely I'm like a lot darker. Like it'd be a little hard for me to, find my foundation color.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, you're dealing with colorism
Mm-hmm.
in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I will say I did not know that's part of colorism, racism, and stuff like that until I came here, and I was like, that's what it is. Like I had no idea. I was just told I'm always darker, I guess, and my face is different.
Hold on. I gotta do this. I'm sorry. These are the perks when you're able to do an in studio conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta come around.
Mm-hmm.
So my hand. That's the wildest thing.
Yeah.
Wow. So would that prevent you, like being a cheerleader? I know being a cheerleader anywhere you may be is difficult.
Yep. It is.
And it seemed like it's like the same culture here as in America, the pretty girls club,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the mean girls at times.
Uh-huh.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Goodness. Oh, we got to talk about that more in the future. That
Mm.
you have piqued my interest on that. Goodness. Well, thank you. You know, when you can again, you're happy, you're successful, you have your family, beautiful family. Goodness, there's always people trying to shame people. But that's part of culture, unfortunately, right? Wow, wow, wow. So, on to our next question. How does your culture celebrate, or what are some traditions in your culture when it comes to death or someone passing?
So we do have this first ceremony called Otsuya. We usually do it on the night of the person that passed away.
Mhm.
It's pretty brief. The ceremony probably like an hour or so, and
Mhm.
then in my country it's usually the next day that we do funeral. It's like half day thing, and after that we do the cremation, stuff like that. Yeah, and then we do have cemeteries.
Well, okay. This is something that I'm taking in. So you're telling me the day someone passes,
Mm-hmm.
you have a ceremony
Yeah, or if it's late, then probably
the next day.
it's usually like 2 ceremonies. Um,
So basically, within 72 hours, is that safe to say? Yeah.
yeah, typically, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm looking forward to people listening to this right here.
Mhm.
And I asked this question because my niece expressed about even in our culture being Black American, how we don't really have cultures like a culture. And I'm like, we have a whole culture with funerals. What do you mean? Like, ours is not 72 hours. Let me tell you that. It's a little bit longer. That is so unique. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay. So, if you were wealthy, super rich, you know, you can buy whatever you want, do with everything with money. Money was not an issue for you and your loved ones, but you had to have one job, one career. What would you want to do?
Um,
And we'll pause right here. It sounds like they're coming upstairs. Okay, we're back at it, everyone. Once again, we have a new guest with us right now. Hello, Mio. How are you doing? For all of our viewers, you know, you see this cutie pie, all of our listeners, you hear her. So we are here and we're continuing with the makings of Memi. So, and we were just discussing about if you were rich, what would you do? What job would you like to have?
I would like to be a mother. Yeah, for sure. No matter how much money I have, no matter how wealthy I am, where I live,
Hey, y'all have see, you know, I asked that question and you got your answer. We got our answer in a whole different way right here. And it shows clear and concise.
being a mother is just amazing. It's flexible.
Wow, love it. Okay, now we got an option question right here. So it's an either or. So would you rather to go back in time and talk to your younger self, or would you rather have your future self come and talk to you right now? Which one would you rather have?
I would like to talk to my younger self.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. What age would you go to?
Like elementary school. Yeah. Tell myself that everything is okay. Everything will be okay.
We're gonna pause real quick to make sure she. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. She rolling. She rolling. She good. We just got a few more. We got a few more. You know, not that many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how do you relax?
How do I relax taking a bath with a lot of hot spring
Hmm.
Yeah. Hot spring is a huge culture in my country.
Mhm.
And then my mom sent me a couple bags of hot spring powder, which makes my body warmer and stuff like that, and it is great.
Wow. Hot spring powder.
Yep.
Can we get
My
that?
treat.
Can we get that in the States, or we have to get that somewhere else?
What's that?
Can we get that in the States? Is that available everywhere?
I don't think so. Not that I know.
You know, I'm gonna have to get the hook up on some hot spring powder. Okay. I have to holler at your people. Okay. What is a quote that you live by?
No, I live. Um, it's in Japanese, but the translation is probably the um, even if you fall 7 times,
Mhm.
you just have to get up 8 times.
Mm, love it. Okay, what does it say? How does it sound in Japanese? What's the-
7 Yo, 7 means 7, korobi means fall. You fail, you make mistakes 7 times. Even if you wake up, get up 8 times, you be okay.
Wow, love it. Thank you. Thank you. So, we'll hit that quick pause. Hold on. Hold on. Get it all out. She's all right. She's all right. She like clicking. Oh, I know she needs your attention, so I know that. So we have legit maybe 4 questions left. Okay, okay. Let's go. All right, we're back in it. So, what is let's say last meal? If you have to have your favorite meal, what would it be, and who would make it for you? Who would create it?
Definitely 100%.
Oh, what would it be?
I would ask for my mom's curry. I haven't had it for years. I miss it so much. It's like I can't create that taste. Even if I use the same ingredient and oxygen, I just can't do it.
Wow. Yeah. What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is definitely New Year's, but I have to have it in Japan because in the parents' house we gather up all the family and then do pounded mochi.
A pounded mochi. That's ice cream, correct? But like is that like ice cream?
It's mochi. It's like you bring up um the wooden, I guess, basement to pound the mochi called usus,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put sticky rice inside, and you pound it with heavy wooden big thing. It's a it's a heavy duty. Yeah, but it's really fun, and I want everything that we bring into the kitchen, and then we make small mochi, and then wrap it. I mean, wrap some wrapping paste inside and stuff like that, and it tastes just like incomparable to store bought or like that. And it's a lot. It's really fun, and we do have traditional food for New Year's. It's like I don't know, 10, 20 times. It's like it depends on the house. We usually bring a few dishes together so that one person doesn't have to do 30 dishes.
Yeah.
But really nice together with good food, to vibe, celebrate, be grateful to welcome another year, and this is the celebrating.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing your culture with us. Thank you. Cause when I said ice cream, 'cause I've seen the store bought and it's usually in the freezer like mochi mochi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mochi
all.
ice cream.
Yeah, okay. They have. All right, all right. I think I've covered mochi before, but I would love for you to tell us in detail in the future as well.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, how would you want people to remember you?
Um, as a compassionate person. Um, I recently had a few instances that I really like learned being compassionate and myself. It's really deeply in my culture for sure. Being compassionate. It's very, very, very deep. And I felt very, I guess, like saved. I felt really loved, and I was like being Japanese, is yeah. I need to be more compassionate. And I'm working on it, but at the same time, I grew up with it, so
I hope I am the best.
I think you're doing a great job with it. Once again, you and Prince are some of the kindest people I know.
Oh.
And we appreciate your time coming on here too. So we have two more questions. And that is, what changes do you want to see in your culture?
What? I, including myself, I want all the, new generations, I guess, to revisit the history and then learn our own culture because our education and everything has been significantly changed since World War II. And basically the whole education is created by them. So I think we're just like very much Americanized and then do not really know, I guess, like the good part of being Japanese. And then, growing up in Japan, I always thought like America's so cool because that's all, media talk about. And just like being Asian, I didn't feel proud of being Asian and being Japanese because of that. So yeah, including myself, I think the younger generation, like, we need to learn our culture and then be proud of, our ancestors, be stronger.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. And our final question. What are you doing differently than your parents?
I don't know why I laugh. Because I feel like I'm so different because like I shared in the beginning, I'm the youngest sibling. I'm such a baby. Like I love my parents. I love my siblings. I depend on them a lot to this day. But when it comes to like things I want to do, I'm very selfish. And then like if I know that's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it. But I guess my parents are more. They think through more, I guess. And yeah, so yeah, I still have like stuff like that. But I'm like, if I want to do it, I'll do it.
Okay. Steadfast. All right. We appreciate it. Well, Memi, you did it. You've done it. And you've done it with little Mio. You have completed the makings of you with Everythang Culture. Congratulations. Love it. So, this has been a long time coming. I greatly appreciate you not only being here, coming to the studio, as well as just sharing you and your heritage and backgrounds and life with us. It means a lot. So hopefully we have you back on a future episode because you're a wealth of knowledge as well as culture within itself. You are representing your family and your people and your traditions. You are that. So thank you again. Oh, and like, do y'all peep the traditional garb? Do y'all see it? Come on, we once again, we're gonna have that back in the future as well. So, if the people are looking for you and you're trying to be found, where can people find you?
I have my Instagram as Memi Make It Heart, MEMI _Make It Heart.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to share that with our folks. And once again, we are grateful to have you on. Mio, we look forward to seeing you in the next about 17 years or so to be a guest. And, well, we may in the future, we may have an Everythang Culture Kids. But other than that, we're so thankful for you. And hey, everyone that's listened to us, we greatly appreciate your support. And we will see y'all later. Peace. Bye. Okay, that is grand.